Can you see my screen? Go.
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the home page of RoyalQ, and I want to show you. I want to show you the double up so that, and I will explain. Thought I saw Argo today. Argo, okay. So I understand. I'll click create. Click on create Martingale strategy. So when this is the interface of your trades, this is the home page for your trades, the trades Argo. This is the home page. So you click on trade settings, manually create, then you come to the advanced settings. Okay, no, and this for the advanced settings when you want to trade trigger, you want to set the MACD. Okay, so the first buy triggering condition, trigger price, you can see it here. You change it to MACD. Okay, the golden cross, the line should be lower than 0. The MACD is very simple to set, so this is just what you set for MACD. So the double up is when you enter the margin configuration. So you can see it's double up. The first buy is 2, the times is 2, the second call is 4, the third call is 8, the fourth call is 16, the fifth call is 32. The reduction, MACD will wait when the coin reduce before it will start. So you might not even use more than 5 or more than 4 margins. Since your first buy will be 10, since your first buy amount is 10, so your first margin is 10 times 2, your second margin is 10 times 4, your third margin will be 10 times 8. So even if it's 3 margin you want to use, you know that with $150 you have covered 3 margins. So because of the robot will wait, let your coin reduce before it will start, covering 3.5 drop plus 4 drop, which is 7.5, plus 4.5, which is 12% dip. That is what your 3 margins can cover, 12% reduction. So it's okay, because if you want to include the fourth one, it will be 10 times 16, which is 160 plus that 160 plus 150, which will give us 310. So even with 310, you can cover 17.2% dip using the double up. So the one of this the advantage of using this double up is that it helps increase your USDT quantity. When you increase your USD quantity inside the trades, it will reduce the entry price. If you bought the bag of rice at 80,000 before, and bag of rice now reduced to 60, maybe you bought one bag of rice 80,000, but in the market now bag of rice is selling at 60,000. You know that first one bag you bought at 80 you cannot sell. But if you go to the market and buy that bag of rice that they are selling at 60, you bought like 2 at 60. Do you know that if you decide to sell the 3 at 70,000, that first one you bought at 80, if you decide to sell it at 70, you will not lose. You will not lose. So because of the average price, now because of the 2 you bought at 60,000 and you bought 2, the average price now, the price for that rice you bought that first one is no more 80,000 now. The price average has reduced because the profit you will make from selling the 60,000, 70, the 60,000 bag of rice, 2 of them 70, it will use to cover the reduced price. Now you want to sell that bag of rice. Even if you sell that bag of rice you bought at 80,000, if you sell it at 7,000, you will not lose in the business. So that is the history. That is the, how will I put it, technology or the logic behind the double up. It helps you to reduce your average entry price. It makes the trades to reduce your unrealized loss. If your unrealized loss is, you start the trade with $10, and that $10 has reduced, the first buy has reduced by 3.5 for this your first call to buy. The robot will now use times 2 of that your first buy. It will now use $20 and buy that coin again. Remember, we told you that when you use 100% of the USDT inside the coin to do manual replenishment, you are reducing, we said you are reducing the floating loss by half. Now imagine you are using times 2. You are using 200%. Instead of you to use $10 to buy the first margin, you are using $20. You are using times 2 of the USDT there inside. So that your floating loss will reduce more than 50%. If your floating loss is minus 3.5 and you do it, your floating loss will now go back to minus 1 point something. Immediately your robot buys this your first margin call because of your doubling up. So you see, the same thing happen when this coin, your first buy, that it means that if it buys your first buy, it means that that coin has dropped by 3.5. But what you'll be seeing there will be like 1 point something. If the coin now drops again by 4% to activate this your second buy, instead of 3.5 plus 4, which is 7.5, it will reduce it again. You might see only 2 point something reduction, floating loss. So you see the technology, you see the logic behind using the double up. Most people are not in this zone. Those people saying, I started Royalkey with 1,000, is in my Binance is remaining 65, $650. It has reduced to $650. They are not here to get this knowledge. This new strategy Royalkey just added a business you paid for to do 1 year because of the reduction, because of cryptocurrencies are volatile, because of a reduction, you have stopped attending the knowledge class where you get new things about the business you are doing, where you get new updates of the patch to better your trading experience. You have stopped attending Zoom. So why do people always give up on a genuine business and normally any genuine business takes time to grow? Coca-Cola sold only 10 bottles in the first year. If it's most of us that is Nigerian that handled Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola will not stand that first year. Because do you know how much they invested in the first year? So look at it. If it's a Nigeria that handled Coca-Cola, I don't think Coca-Cola will stand the test of time, because a Nigerian man will just give up and the Nigerian man will just close the business. Okay, so I think let me go back to the questions. Okay, NSA, recently Nigerian government announced that Ponzi scheme will not be entertained in the country anymore. To this effect, I will want to answer some questions. Number one, is Royalkey regulated or licensed by any financial or security authorities in Nigeria or any country in the world? Yes, Royalkey is registered in Singapore. Okay, that is where the company is based. Okay, and is licensed there with their finance. Remember, your capital is not with Royalkey, your capital is with Binance. And Nigerian government and Binance, I think they have their understanding, because they have said we can go ahead to trade cryptocurrencies and make money from there. Okay, so number two is, what happens to a user's fund if Royalkey as a company faces legal action on cease operation? Users' funds are not in Royalkey. Users' funds are in the exchange, be it Binance, Huobi, KuCoin. So users' funds are not in Royalkey. They are not in Royalkey. So if Royalkey faces any lawsuit or case, it is in their best interest to clear themselves up and resume functionalities. If not, Royal Q as a company will lose money because Royal Q is a service providing company. They don't hold your capital. So they provide services, they provide trading services. So number 3, what legal protections or guarantees do users have when using Royal Q? Your protection, your guarantee is that your money is in your exchange. Only you have access to. Okay. Number 4, some users describe Royal Q as having a strong referral-based compensation structure. How sustainable is their model without new users joining? Yes, because it's only in Royal Q that after 1 year you have to renew your subscription. So if new users did not join, old users have to renew their subscription after 1 year, and the whole thing, the whole commission you get from from the starting, you also get it when the old users renew. Okay, so with that, that is how Royal Q has been sustained for more than 4 to going to 5 years now, because we have had old members in the bear season, they left, but they are back now in the bull season. So Royal Q has been sustained all through since 2021 it was introduced to the world. Okay, number 5, has Royal Q experienced any application security breach or unauthorized access incidents in the past? If so, how were they handled, and how long did it took to be rectified? Royal Q has never experienced any security breach, but recently, I think last month, Royal Q informed us that people were doing laundering. They send money they use their Royal Q address to receive money into the wallet, whereas money that should come into Royal Q should just be for your shop rent. That is the robot subscription, which is $120, and your gas fees. That is the 2 money that should enter Royal Q. But they find out that people are sending huge amounts into their Royal Q account, and before you know, they'll move it out to another exchange. So they suspect money laundering. So Royal Q now implemented the update. I told you that Royal Q team, they work 247. Royal Q now came up with a 24 hours withdrawal restriction. A 24 hours withdrawal restriction, meaning any money that enters the Royal Q, you cannot pull it out immediately. You must wait for 24 hours. And under the 24 hours, Royal Q will investigate the money, okay, to make sure that you are using it for trading purposes as gas fees, okay? So, okay, Mr. Oladapo said, hello, George. Please, can you do illustration of the MACD settings for our members to see how it works? Yes, I've done it. I shared my screen and I showed how the setting is. It's just simple. When you have done with your settings, you go to the advanced option and you set the first trigger price to MACD. Then you make the golden line to be lower than 0. That is just it. Okay. So Ifoma said the Zoom meeting should be organized for first impression matters. Most of the invited prospects end up withdrawing after experiencing inconveniences during the Zoom as a result of inconsistent network, proper explanation, or the likes. I think I will take that question again. The Zoom meeting should be organized for first impression matters. Most of the invited prospects end up withdrawing after experiencing inconveniences during the Zoom as a result of. Please, what kind of inconveniences do they
That one is
experience?
for you, that that's for you. Okay.
Okay.
So you are saying you should work on
No,
your
we have addressed that. I think it will not repeat itself again. Okay.
Hope you are there. And don't keep us waiting for too long.
That was only just once now, and I literally apologized to that. And that was my gift that was connecting to my
Don't keep
uh,
on waiting for me.
so what's that's the first impression? All these amazing Zoom. Didn't see that one. We didn't talk about it. The amazing presentation. You know, a lot of testimony I've gotten from a lot of people that they have listened to my presentation and it's enough for them
That
to say yes to the
that
So we should talk about that. We'll talk about the last one because of the
Okay, we
little
can continue. So, I think, okay, this is to you, Mr. NS. Every question you answer was answered. Please go through it. Okay. Thank you. Okay. It can be for me just one day. Okay. So please, is there any other question you'd like to unmute your mic? You'd like to speak to us? Would you like to speak to us? I think this is 9:30. I think we should be calling it a day. And please, what you for your new prospects, we have for a new partner that join. Please advise them to watch the Zoom on the MACD strategy, the one-shot strategy, the hit and run strategy, and the normal martingale strategy. Please advise them to watch so they will know, because some person's preference might be they are only after profits. They don't care if their capital dips hugely, but they just want to be seeing profit. Why some they are after their capital, they just want to be making small profits. Why some want to do the hit and run, they are gamblers and they are risk takers. So know the prospects you are bringing in and show them the video. Okay, go and watch this video. It's just 1 hour. Then you come back, you ask them the 3 questions. Which one is your preference? You want this one, you want that one, you want this one. Which one do you want? Anyone they choose, you set up for them and they get the results they desire. So please, okay, NS, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, Leader George, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, sorry, I want to add to
Please,
what
can you speak up?
Leader Ifeoma
I
is.
don't think I can hear you well.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, I actually wanted to add on what Rita Ifeoma is suggested. Okay, I think I've experienced in some occasions where we are having our prospect meeting and the network is very bad. Like it's a network issue. Apart from that, the waiting time, but especially the network one, I think in such a case, another person should take up the meeting. Another person that is having a very better network, because there are cases that I invited somebody and the network was bad. The person left. Until today, the person never joined again. Do you understand? So I think I'm only suggesting if the person
Okay.
presenting is having a network issue, the next person available should just take it up. Do you understand? It will help because people make out their time to come and know exactly what is happening here. And at the end of the day, they won't even learn anything. They won't even understand what the person is saying because of network issue. So that's why I'm bringing up this suggestion to help to handle the situation. Thank you. Then secondly, you said this royalty is registered in Singapore. I've read in some papers where they said it has not been registered. So I don't know how authentic the information I read is from. I don't know if you can react to that.
VRQ office is in Singapore. That is why the time zone is +8 if you are in Nigeria. They use Singapore's time. So they are based
No,
in Singapore.
I'm talking about the financial registrations, not the time or the base.
Is royalty
Like
with your capital?
no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking about the registration of the business. I'm not
You're
asking
asking
about
about
the
the financial. Financial is about money. Royalty does not keep our money.
Please, I think I want to come in. Oracle is a tool. Oracle is a tool. If they decide tomorrow they are not offering their services, you can't do them anything. It's like MTN. If MTN decide that, in Nigeria, we are closing down, we are shutting down our service, you can't go and draw them. You can't go and hold them. It's not by force. If they decide that this is where, we want to stop, it's just a tool. Where your money is Binance, and it's Binance regulated. Yes, it's allowed. You can use Binance in Nigeria. So you cannot.
I got your argument. Most of us have a huge amount of money in the gas fee. That's why we're asking the question. Do you understand? I know people that are trading with a lot of money. I have friends that are trading with a lot of capital, and they have a huge amount of USDT in the gas fee. So that's why I came up with, somebody have asked me these questions anyway. So that's why I'm asking to be able to find a solution.
Yeah, I understand you, and we are saying the same thing. Let's say you okay, so for example, you recharge your MTN and they decide that they are not offering their service again. They are not going to give you a refund. I'm just saying. And how much huge? I don't think their amount should be more than $1,000 in their gas fees. But I believe what I know is for a fact that Royal Keys is very, 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 very open. Like, they are so transparent. And I believe that even though it gets to the part where they say, okay, we will not be offering our service anymore, I believe that they will give room for us to withdraw our gas fee. I believe that for 100%. I believe that they will give room for us to collect what is ours in their what's it called, in their app. That's what I think.
Okay, so Leader Temitope, please, like I always say, that we should try as much. Like me now, anytime I know I will be handling Zoom, I always recharge my Airtel daily. I think it's 1 gig for Airtel is like 500 naira. Anytime I know that it's my turn to handle Zoom, I make sure I recharge. I have data on both MTN and Airtel. So anyone that messes up, I will just switch. Because it will not be funny that we have in a prospect meeting, you are talking and people are not hearing you. So I believe we will not. That's why we have co-hosts. So I don't know, Leader Florence. Anytime the Temitope network is disturbing, at least you should just continue doing the presentation. You understand? And me, this okay, I think it's not something we'll talk here. Okay, so is there any other question? Leader Temitope, you are raising up your hand. Do you want to speak?
Before you speak, nobody's discrediting your work. Okay, I always applaud you every time. So don't see it like anyone is discrediting your work. It's not your fault. For the network, But yeah, we always appreciate you. You are an amazing presenter. In fact, we are giving you your flowers. Don't see it as anything. People are just concerned about their prospects, people that they are bringing.
Good evening, everyone. Addition to that, I will have to say, if any prospect is really, is really want to change, like wants to know more about this business, regardless of anything, he wants to give it a second thought, right? So I think a prospect that is not willing, that is maybe all those posing scheme mentality prospects, they're always fond of doing that. They don't want to give something a trial, so they easily want to just easily kind of fade away just like that because of a little glitch of network, which is a normal thing. It does happen. every time, right? We understand that. But that should not make it sound as if probably because they are prospered, they will just want us feel that because the network has a clinch, then because of that, they will now take it like as if they won't have to attend the prospect meeting again. It doesn't, as in the person is, if the person is willing to actually learn more about this business, a business that is genuine, a futuristic business. Come on, that's all I have to say.
Also, I'd like to add to that if that happens in such cases, we have amazing other recorded presentation on our YouTube. You can just forward it to them. Okay,
Of course,
that's an alternative.
Yeah, so thank you very much for that. Thank you, amazing, Leader Peter, for that. I think that's it. If the person was meant for the royalty business, the person won't turn down. The person was not meant to be part of the royalty if it was the person. And I think for the area of network, I think the last time I had a network issue was that was this Tuesday. And before now, do you know intentionally I had to go and get a new brand fund for this business of the thing. I had to get a new what do you call it, mouthpiece, because the other said they always complain that you can't hear my voice. I had to get, I think, with the Florence, if I'm telling you, where I went to go and get every item I needed new. And I think since that time, I never had network glitches apart from yesterday, on Tuesday, when my network was, my Bluetooth was connected to my earphone and I was with mouthpiece. That was when I had that issue. So I felt that should not be the cause for impression, something. And then you asked a question about the royalty, something you wrote a very long answer. Royalty is directly is a China, I think it's from China, yeah, China. That it was everything was done in China, but they are registered under the US, but their headquarters is in Singapore. So everything that is concerning them is in here. They are registered under US. I sent in some information that you can, if you go to, it's a full detailed information. I could not screenshot that enough, but just screenshot and see it. So it's a safe platform. They are transparent as much as you can imagine. Very, very transparent. Now, amazing is that it's not only royalty boats we have. There are other boats that are also, but royalty happens to be the one that stands out best because of why? Because of their system and because of how they keep improving. And then amazing is that the cryptocurrency business, whether you like it or not, is a business that needs algorithm. It's a compulsory thing. If you must make good money in the cryptocurrency, you must have a system like reality. If you check in a lot of materials, you will see very well that even those people who make a lot of money, they use this AI system. So it's a necessity. And then you talk about the referral of whether it was compulsory. It's not compulsory, it's optional. But for anything to grow, it is compulsory that people have to be involved. Even Jesus Christ, our Lord and personal Savior, had to recruit 12 disciples in order to preach the gospel. There's no business anybody is doing. You cannot live life alone. Imagine if you know everything on this earth and it's fully that is consuming it. So it is meant to be shared. People should know about it. That's what makes life beautiful. It's not about royalty. That's the way life is designed. Somebody gave birth so that you could give birth to another person. Imagine the person said, I won't give birth. So how will you get the next? So it's not about referral. If you understand business and understand life, you will know that it's part of life. Even Jesus Christ gave one. He gave the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, your voice is really low.
Okay.
So I think it's almost 9:43. Your voice is really low, so I don't know if we have any other question before we call it a day. So what Leader Timidope was saying is that royalty is genuine, and we have been using it for 5 years. So it's not your Ponzi scheme that you deposit your capital. So I don't know those trading, putting huge gas fees. I think if you put huge gas fees, your robots. I know what we used to do. What we used to do, as far you have more than $2 in your royal queue, if robot says, even if your gas fee, the robot is to deduct $1,000, what you will see there will be minus 998. Royal queue will still say, then you fund. So royal queue is not even if you are trading with $1 million in your Binance, you should not put plenty money in your royal queue. That was what caused the issue. Royal queue was saying people were doing money laundering. Royal queue, as far as you have more than $2 in your royal queue account, if you make profits and royal queue is to debit you gas fees, it will be on negative. Then you fund and they will clear the account. So please, Ernest, you can talk to the person that you said is putting huge money in royal queue. Please, the person can leave like $500 there. Take orders out. If you make profits and your gas fee, it requires huge gas fees, royal queue will not stop your trade. Your balance, your access fee will be in minus. Then the person can fund. So thank you. Thank you
All right.
once again.
Thank you so much, leader. Okay.
All right. Good evening. I see that the discussion about the registration, and I see a lot of concern that Mr. Ernest was actually having. So, in addition to what everybody was saying and all the leaders in the house were saying, so you as a business person and you're having a huge capital, and then probably I understand that you have like your slippage, which is your gas fee on Royal Q, and it's huge there, and you are feeling concerned. So the business is actually registered, and it's registered under the United States in California. And there is a lot of ways that you can verify a business credibility. So if you need more info on it, if you're already in our group, you can DM any of the leader, even including myself. There are ways, and you can also do your research. There are ways you can verify a company. They have the business registration number, so you can authentify this to know that this is really credible and all of it. So about Royal Q is 100% registered under the United States bylaws. So you can go and verify that. And they have their headquarters in Malta, also in what is it called? Other offices, headquarter offices, also in Taiwan and all of it.
All right, thank you so much, our leader Abiola. That is our leader that is handling technical analysis. So I just want to briefly say, right, as per the gas fee and all, I had somebody in my team back in 2021. I think he's on this call, Booker. I believe once I finish, you just please briefly unmute yourself and just attest to that. He's not my direct downline, but he was in my team. His upline is no longer in the business, and he activated his Royal Q. I think he used it way back in 2021, but he came back in 2025. I don't know if I'm mistaken. Is it this year or last year, ending of last year? I can't remember. But when he came back, I think he was able to see, he had gas fees of $10. So from 2021 or 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, that gas fee was still there. Royal Q is very transparent. They are not interested in anything. They make their own money. They make their own profits, so they are not interested. I don't know if Mr. Booker can unmute himself and attest to that. When you wanted to activate or reactivate your robot, I believe that you saw a balance. Your gas fees were intact. I think you had $10 also there. I believe I'm correct. Booker, are you there? Mr. Booker? Okay, I don't think he's here. I don't think he's listening to. I don't think he's here. All right.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Oh, well, as you said, I joined this our business 2021.
Yes.
When I joined, I don't have much idea about the business. So later I left. So sometimes last year around November, I contacted my offline. So he said he's no longer in the business, but he will connect me with you. So me too, I was surprised when I screenshot and sent it to you. I said, this thing, this gas fee, I didn't even know it's a gas fee because, I don't have much idea. And you are the one who was telling me this is a gas fee when you left 2021. So I was surprised. Honestly speaking, I was surprised. All this information, I just, you even asked me if I could remember my username and password, which I
Mhm.
did. The moment I just insert everything, I just have access to everything.
Yeah.
I was surprised, to be sincere.
How much
So all
did
this,
you meet inside your gas fee?
was it 10? 10, I could remember 10.
Yeah. All right.
It was 10 USDT.
Okay.
So
So I just wanted.
for almost 4 years or 5 years, the thing
Mhm.
is just there waiting for me.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Just wanted to address that part. And to clarify that Royal Q makes their own money and they are very transparent. That
Don't
is
go
one
there,
thing
let
I
me
know.
book her. Don't go
They
there,
are
sir.
very, very transparent. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Tomorrow we'll be having our Zoom. We have technical analysis tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Please let us show up. Let us keep learning. Royal Key is not going anywhere. A lot of people will come, a lot of people will go, but Royal Q is not going anywhere. They will continue to improve their app, bring us more amazing updates so that we can win trades. But Royal Q is here to stay. This year is going to make it the 5th year, and we will see 10, we'll see 20. Royal Q is not going anywhere as long as cryptocurrency exists. So it's better to keep updating yourself. So Royal Q forever. Bye, everybody. Have an amazing night, and we'll see you tomorrow. The recordings will be out. You can refresh your memory. Good night. Make sure that you practice the MACD strategy. Make sure you have a peculiar strategy that works for you. Some people, they're risk takers. They will tell you, oh, I prefer the hit and run. So just make sure that you try and use all strategies so that you can get the one that works for you. If you're a risk taker, you can go towards hit and run. But if you are not, if you like minimal risks, use the MACD. It's really, really nice. It saves you a lot of stress. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye and good night.